Let's break down today's news. First, the Anthropic study. They analyzed approximately 81,000 AI users and found that jobs which are completed entirely on a computer, such as programming, data processing, and financial analysis, are more likely to be replaced by AI.
This is one of those situations where people who notice it and people who don't end up going down completely different paths in life. I also casually thought, AI can handle this, right? And handed something off, and it was finished instantly. At that point, it didn't feel like convenience. It felt like I had started reviewing my own value. People who panic at moments like this are usually the ones who disappear.
Point 1. Digital work has a high risk of being replaced by AI. Tasks, such as text generation, coding, and data processing are handled on the same level as AI, which makes them easier to be replaced. For every 10-point increase in exposure, job growth is said to decrease by 0.6 percentage points.
If you're thinking this is about getting fired, you're already off the mark. In reality, it's much quieter. Your work decreases, your role becomes thinner, and before you realize it, you're gone. I once handed all simple tasks over to AI, and instead of feeling free, I felt unnecessary, and honestly, got chills.
Point 2. Even if efficiency improves with AI, work does not decrease. While AI improves work speed, the amount of assigned tasks increases, and working hours tend to become longer. Efficiency is not used as extra time, but as an expansion of processing capacity.
This is where the system is clearly broken. Normally, if you finish faster, you should be able to rest, right? But in reality, it becomes, then you can take on one more. Someone I know became extremely fast using AI, but in the end, it wasn't growth. It was just being upgraded into a processing unit.
Point 3. Organizational productivity has barely improved. While individual efficiency has improved, it has not led to improvements in overall company performance or profits. Companies also tend to use AI as a tool for cost reduction rather than for improving productivity.
This is what you can only escape if you understand the structure. Work hard, efficiency increases, workload increases, fewer people needed. This loop is already complete. If you don't notice it, you just stay inside it.
Next is the semiconductor news. Due to the expansion of AI demand, the stock markets of Taiwan and South Korea have grown rapidly, and there are movements where they surpass major European countries in market capitalization.
This is one of those cases where global dominance is quietly changing. It looks like ordinary news, but the content is basically a historical event.
Point 1. Semiconductor companies are driving the market. The rise in stock prices of TSMC, Samsung Electronics, and SK Hynix is the main factor pushing the overall market upward. TSMC has reached a market capitalization of around $1.8 trillion.
At this point, the ones who have semiconductors are basically the strongest. It used to be oil, but now it's chips. People who haven't realized the rules have already changed are simply going to be left behind.
Point 2. Semiconductors are the new oil. In the AI era, semiconductors have become a core resource for economic activity, and the influence of companies and countries that control supply is rapidly increasing.
If chips stop, everything stops. That's it. At this point, it's no longer energy. It's more like controlling the brain.
Point 3. Asia is becoming the center of the market. High-tech markets such as Taiwan and South Korea are surpassing Europe, which is centered on finance.
The ones who actually make things are winning. But if you flip it, those who cannot make things will remain dependent forever.
That's all for today. Hope you learned something.
Thanks for watching today's video. See you next time.